One of the things the Trump campaign did last year was to make sure they were vetting and recruiting only their most diehard loyalists to staff a possible future administration. And 6 weeks into that administration, we are seeing the fruits of that effort. This is Kingsley Wilson. She's the daughter of Trump media surrogate Steve Cortes. She worked at the Center for Renewing America. That's the pro-Trump think tank founded by Russ Vought. That's Trump's OMB director and, of course, the mastermind of Project 2025. After Trump was inaugurated, Wilson was sworn in as the deputy press secretary at the Pentagon. Now, that's a very public-facing job. But as multiple outlets have reported this week, her record of public statements is, well, appalling.
We've become much more democratic as our country's history has gone on, and I don't know that that's necessarily a good thing, and I think that it's kind of a rejection of what we were meant to be. For Zelensky to come to the Capitol and to ask for more money, I just think is, horrific. It's truly despicable. He should be arrested on sight. I don't want to live in a country where people are eating cats.
And what if I told you that's like her pretty soft stuff? On social media, Wilson has been a big promoter of some downright ghastly racist and anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. Back in 2023, the head of the Anti-Defamation League tweeted a remembrance of Leo Frank. Frank was a Jewish businessman who was lynched by a mob in Georgia over a century ago for allegedly raping and murdering a child. It was an enormous deal. In fact, that case was what spurred the creation of the ADL. Well, Wilson responded by attacking the ADL and Frank with false claims. Quote, Leo Frank raped and murdered a 13-year-old girl. He also tried to frame a black man for his crime. The ADL is despicable. As the ADL and others have pointed out, basically only like the hardest core anti-Semites and neo-Nazis believe Leo Frank was guilty. It's a theory, if you want to call it that you only find in the darkest corners of the internet. But Wilson not only did it in that post, she did it again the following year in a separate post. Like this is a real cause celeb for her. She's also tweeted support for Germany's far-right extremist party AfD. Quote, globalist elites hate AfD because they put Germans before foreign migrants and radical Islam. Ausländer raus. As Mother Jones points out, Wilson has tweeted the phrase Ausländer raus at least 4 times, including the slogan Deutschland den Deutschen, Ausländer raus. The phrase, which means Germany for Germans, foreigners out, is explicitly considered to be an extremist slogan in Germany with neo-Nazi roots. She's also tweeted, and this is a bespoke one, make Kosovo Serbia again. Kosovo is one of America's biggest allies in the Balkans. You might remember they declared their independence in 2008. They aspired to NATO membership. We have a military relationship with them. I think it's safe to say, basically only far-right Serbian nationalists believe Kosovo should be reabsorbed by Serbia. Oh, and also Vladimir Putin. It is a big talking point for Russia. Also for the Pentagon's new PR person, whose job is to communicate to the world about the world's most powerful military. NBC News has reached out to Kingsley Wilson, again, who works in public relations, and her new employer about all this, but Wilson and the Department of Defense did not immediately reply to NBC News requests for comment on Wilson's past posts or whether they represent the views of the Pentagon. Now, if Kingsley Wilson were, I don't know, a college president at a small liberal arts school in America right now, Republicans would be hauling her into congressional hearings, demanding she be fired for her anti-Semitic posts and her parroting of neo-Nazi and Russian propaganda. This is a person who truly seems to be steeped in the most horrifying corners of the internet. The Leo Frank thing is really